Welcome back to the People's Podcast. This is our 6th episode. As always, I am Matty A.
I'm B.A.
Danny B.
And I'm Timo.
Let's get to our social media accounts. First and foremost, Twitter @_Smacktalk. We just hit 5K. Thank you to all of our followers. We appreciate every single one of you. Keep them all coming. We love it. Next goal, 10K. Let's get there.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
On Instagram @_Smacktalk. Facebook, search us @WWE Smacktalk. Our blog, because we can't get to everything on these podcasts, is www.smacktalk.wordpress.com. If you're just listening, you gotta watch us. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Search us, Smacktalk, the People's Podcast. The link will be also in the bio. And also a huge shout out to our supporters at My Fantasy Sports Talk and WBLZSports.com. Search for our podcast and blog posts on their site as well. All right, guys.
It's time.
It's time for the chop.
It's a good segment.
It is. If you remember from our last episode, we introduced the chop, where the best predictor gets to chop the worst. So based on our Summerslam predictions, these are the results.
Go ahead, say it.
Let's find out the first person. Who is getting chopped, guys? Who do you think? I'll let you know. It's BA again.
Hey!
He came in with a record of 5-7, under 500. That's just terrible.
You know what?
Ooh, the insider.
The insider is not going too good right now.
He's getting something.
The rumors, I guess, that's exactly what they are. They are rumors. So don't take everything you hear from my mouth. Clearly, they like to change scripts. Thanks, Vince. And also, thanks, Rusev, for losing.
Yet again.
And John Cena, way to bury more talent. Yeah. Well, all right.
Next worst picker, Timo at 6-6. Almost got chopped with Brian, but he made it.
50-50. Good.
In second place was myself, unfortunately. I came in with 8 correct, 4 wrong. And of course that means the best picker of SummerSlam was none other than Danny B. 10-2, only 2 wrong. Not bad.
10-2. What a comeback from Danny B.
Comeback for Danny B.
So, here's where we start off with the chop, right? I've been backhanding brick walls. I've been backhanding cement walls, trying to build a callus for this moment. Let's wrap.
Oh, no.
Man.
So we're going to step right in front of the camera. I want the crowd, wherever they're watching this,
It's good.
I need them to feel.
Show off RKO because
And for
he
those
beat
not watching,
Rusev for no damn reason. There's a reason why I'm wearing RKO.
Please don't try this at home.
You screwed me.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Yeah. Oh, we got.
Hey, some people can only listen. Make sure they get it.
Oh, they're gonna hear it.
clear.
They're gonna hear it. We're gonna move the mic and everything.
Oh my God!
My God, I'm broken.
Wow!
Jesus.
I hope I don't lose next.
Congratulations.
Oh, man, the way she give it out.
If Brian gets the next pay-per-view on top and Danny's the worst, he's done.
Oh, I'll tell you this right now.
Man.
I've been preparing this hand for 23 years.
Wow.
Take it how you want to take that. You go first.
Wait, how old are you?
23 years.
Oh, man.
That's my favorite
Wow.
segment. I really enjoyed
I'll tell you
that.
right now, Danny, you didn't hit all the chest. You hit all on my left side.
Oh,
My right side, I'm sorry. I'm a little
Ooh,
discombobulated
that
right now.
hurts.
That's chop. I can't even speak. Let's go.
All right, guys. Let's move on to Raw. Talk about some of the top stories coming out of SummerSlam on Raw over the past couple of weeks. First, Jeff Hardy just won a Battle Royal this past Monday on Raw. He is the next man up to challenge The Miz this upcoming Monday. How do you guys feel about Jeff Hardy?
If you guys don't mind me going
Go
first
ahead.
on this, I'm super excited that Jeff Hardy took on the singles role, and here's why. Now we have a reason to have woken Matt Hardy. We can't say broken Jeff Hardy or Brother Nero.
Not
We
yet.
technically can because it's his legit name. So I think this is the start of something, and it's going to become something. And honestly, this is one of the best matchups The Miz has had in a while, aside going from rematch after rematch with Dean Ambrose. I mean, this can shape up to be a really great storyline, and I'm excited for this match. I really am.
So my gripe with it, I'm totally on board with Jeff Hardy. He's, I believe, a 4-time Intercontinental Champion already as it is. So I could definitely get on board with his singles run. But are we just getting rid of Jason Jordan? Is this a way to get rid of that feud? Is what
him
my
away,
gripe
yeah.
is with it. I mean, granted, I am sick of Jason Jordan already. I've been talking about it on each podcast. But, I mean, I like to see a feud play out.
Yeah.
And it just feels like that feud might have just been buried and then moving on to something different. But, as for this feud as a whole, I like it. I don't think Jeff wins next Monday on Raw. There's going to be some kind of help from the Miz Taraj, and it's going to get extended out to No Mercy. I think that's when the rematch happens. And I would even think Jeff Hardy might win it.
I agree. I'm kind of confused where Jason Jordan falls in this whole feud because they were building him up, they were teasing him, challenging The Miz already.
That's
And
the
then
thing.
he challenged Finn Balor, too.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's been falling. It's not been going over with the crowd.
So
So
I've been catching that.
And Jeff Hardy definitely deserves a singles run. We've seen him do it before, and he was great in that
Oh, yeah.
role. And I think the Hardys, as a tag team, where the tag team division is now, they kind of played out their role. And I'm looking forward to seeing Jeff Hardy in singles, and eventually, hopefully, Matt Hardy in the singles too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
that would be. I'm all for it. I love Jeff Hardy. I love The Miz. He kills it every week. Kills it.
Yeah.
Promos, if it's scripted or not, he shoots from the hip. It is awesome. Like, he was literally pissed off about being on the kickoff show.
Can you
for
blame him?
SummerSlam.
Do you see how many people
There was
watching?
no one in the
That was
crowd.
like the best. That was like gold.
When
for
he
him.
came out of the ring, when he got the pinfall, he went up to the only one guy taking a picture in the whole crowd. And you just see empty seats.
Yeah.
So, props to you, Miz, for saying what you got to say to the two top dogs of WWE, John Cena and Roman Reigns, that following Monday, because you deserve better. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting on Twitter the minute he was on the pre-show. It felt unnatural to see The Miz fighting with 3 or 4 people in the crowd. WWE needs to treat their talent, especially somebody like The Miz,
Oh, yeah.
so much better because that man, he brings it every week.
From what he's just become, what he started as to what he's become
Yeah.
now is just incredible. I mean, the
He
guy used
couldn't
to be
even
on
read
the
a
real
phone
world.
number
It's-
off his hand.
It's not even just The Miz that's being disrespected, it's the Intercontinental title.
Yes.
Because look where the U.S. title is on SmackDown. It is almost bigger than the championship.
Yeah, you're right.
The championship title.
So,
It is.
Can I cut in?
Yeah.
Do you notice something here? Maybe SmackDown knows how to produce a champion. When The Miz was on SmackDown, he was killing it. When he came over to Raw,
It just gets lost in the
it
sea
gets
of
lost in the 3 hours.
the big names.
But he's one of the bigger names. That's the problem that bothers me the most. The Miz is this. He's got the second highest title in the game right now, and he's being treated like he's got.
He's main event
No
material.
title.
That's my issue with the Miz. Is I think he should be in the main event picture. He's
Yeah.
great on the mic. His wrestling is not that bad. I mean,
No, he's-
and he's the Intercontinental Champion now. He's pretty much on the next level of getting to the main event picture, but he's never going to get there on Raw. There's just too many beasts ahead of him. I mean,
The heavyweights are just.
it's just I can't picture him ever getting there. He might have to make the move back to SmackDown to get to that level. I mean,
it's a shame.
But at that point, then the draft, the trades, that just becomes a joke, right? Like you
It's-
can't just have people jump ship.
keep going
It's not
back and
working,
forth.
jump ship. Like
I
you
mean,
either make it. They gotta do better. That's bottom line. I think we all agree. Miz deserves better. He shouldn't be on a kickoff show.
Right.
Nope.
That man deserves to be where the Intercontinental belt should be. Is second to last match. That's the second highest honor in the WWE. You
Okay.
deserve the royalty that comes with the second title.
which again, like you're saying, it should be the second to last match as the Intercontinental Champion. But you know what's going to happen at No Mercy. He's going to defend the title if he beats Jeff Hardy on Raw and he has a rematch at No Mercy. And that would probably be like a kickoff show. Not a kickoff show. The beginning match of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
where it should be the co-main event.
I feel like
That's-
they give more respect to the Cruiserweight belt than the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Wow.
Neville.
Think
Wow,
about that.
that's a bold
Oh.
Think
statement.
about that.
I'm not, and I quick to jump on your side because Neville looks strong. He had a funky loss, but he quickly regained his title back. But you're right, Tim.
It's not
The
what it
cruiserweight
deserves.
title doesn't have everybody going at that belt. It's got its own division,
Yep.
and it's locked in. So I feel like the
Granted,
competition.
it sucks, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't watching. I'm going to the bathroom. Purple ropes on, green light to the bathroom.
So another title that we can discuss now is the women's. Yep. The
Yeah.
Raw Women's Champion. Alexa Bliss has regained her spot on top of the throne as the
She
goddess.
should have never lost it.
Right?
Strange.
Okay. And the other thing coming out of this is Sasha Banks just cannot defend the women's title successfully. This is her 4th title reign, and she has lost on her first defense every single time.
At first,
This is her shortest reign. It was 8 days.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was just Charlotte being kind of held up against
Yeah.
Sasha Banks, but now I realize they really just don't know what the hell they're doing with Sasha Banks. Why have her win the title in the first place if she's going to lose it in a week? I really don't understand it. Like, I don't even know what else to say 'cause I'm so confused.
Right, and it's definitely like a roller coaster with her. And she went on an interview, and she definitely wasn't in character because she called it out. She said, "I don't know what's going on. I don't like not being prepared." So maybe it's a character issue, but I think her character's great.
I'd be upset too if you're just kind of left in the dark.
Like, what's the point of getting it if you're just gonna lose it? And no disrespect to Alexa Bliss, I think she deserves the belt. She needs to be one of the highest. She needs to have the longest reigning WWE Women's Championship legacies. That she just needs that belt for a long period of time.
Yep.
And having her lose at the pay-per-view, SummerSlam, put a dent in that for no reason. They could have just had Alexa win. I don't even care if Alexa wins on cheating, but she shouldn't have lost because now you're just like, it's just a toss-up. You don't care about it anymore. You're losing credibility in one of the best. These women are killing it every day, and to have them get played around like they are, it doesn't vibe well with what they want the belt to be. Now you have the Mae Young Classic. Now you have the Mae Young Classic coming up with the hottest, with the strongest women. For what? Like, for what? To get into the division just to do this. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
It diminishes the belt because, I mean, I can see where it creates a little excitement knowing that anybody could lose it at any time. But it also diminishes it because as soon as your favorite women's superstar might win the belt, she could just lose it next week and
That's
just
exactly what happened to Sasha
completely-
Banks.
Yeah.
I've been saying it since, who knows what episode now? We're on episode 6. Turn Sasha Banks heel. That's what you need to do with her. She didn't have to win the title and then lose it 8 days later. They're like creative. Like, I know Vince is in your ear and stuff, but just turn that girl heel.
Yeah.
Go ship her to SmackDown or something.
That's
Like,
what I was gonna say is that I think she would be better suited on SmackDown. And what I am wondering if something internally is going on in WWE is she made it clear during the initial brand split that she wanted to be Team SmackDown. It was publicly announced she wanted to go to SmackDown.
Well, like a Cesaro.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
interview.
I mean Cesaro, granted, has had success since then.
Yeah.
She has not.
Right.
Do you think maybe it's just a way that Vince is saying, hey, you don't call the shots around here, I do.
Right.
You're on Raw, and now you're not going to hold this title. You will not defend this title successfully, ever.
And you know he
Or-
can do that because he's done.
Follow me for a second. Right now, Sasha Banks, she's been a great heel in NXT. She's been a great heel in her career. Right now, she's a face. What if her face persona is a choke artist? She can't defend her title. And that kind of continues a little bit until she turns heel, and then she becomes the dominant Sasha that we once had. I mean, it could be some kind of long con like that. I mean, that's the only logical explanation. That would be best case scenario for her character. I
That would be
guess.
the best direction she could go
Right.
because at this point now
But
it's
that's the thing that has to do with creative, and you know how creative is
Yeah,
not that good.
we should be creative. Right
Yes.
here.
Like,
The Smacktalk team.
I just think that makes sense.
Yeah, I can make that happen. We can make that thing happen. So much
Maybe
better.
make that part of the storyline
Okay.
where she's getting frustrated, she can't defend the title, and that causes her to go, heel.
Now-
The dark side.
Speaking of the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax just turned on Alexa Bliss.
That was great. That reminded me of Randy
Randy
Orton
Orton.
winning the title and
Yeah.
let's
Batista.
have it. Thumbs
Batista,
down.
yeah.
See you later.
Yep.
I love it. Nia Jax.
Do you see Alexa
She-
Bliss turning face because of this? Because Nia Jax, first of all, Nia Jax. I mean, you throw people across the ring. It's cool, but you got to be safe sometimes. It is what it is. I don't like how the whole smile sometimes, and she's smiling when she comes to the ring and stuff. Like, get that look.
Get a character.
Like, I remember watching what is it, Foley's Baby or whatever it is? No, Mick Foley's show.
The show.
The show on W Network. What Mick Foley's daughter did not have that look.
She just kept smiling.
She kept smiling and smiling and smiling. That Enzo Amore had to come in and like
build a character.
get her
build.
up.
Yeah.
That's what Nia Jax. You're a beast of the women's division.
Yeah.
Look it. Stop smiling. Like I'm not sold on it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So do I like you? She has to be the heel in this scenario. We gotta have a heel versus heel. Like I don't know how Alexa
I think
Bliss
you can do. I think you can do heel versus heel because Alexa Bliss is just kind of cocky. You know,
Yeah.
she's got that attitude.
That's why I love
so I think it works heel versus heel. You know, Alexa Bliss can take care of her crony who's acting up.
I don't want Alexa Bliss to turn face.
I think she's in a good
she
spot.
is.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
she's
the crowd
going to.
is going to just be behind
The
her.
crowd's
anyway.
already behind her as it is, as a heel. I mean, that happens with a lot of superstars nowadays. But I do think that was the slow turn of Alexa
Her
going
turning
face.
You know what? I love her no matter what.
So usually, guys, I like to bring up like the main event picture at the end of the section, the show, Raw or SmackDown. But we're gonna bring this one up first because I want to get to this section after that, after this, because of how big it was. So Brock and Braun will be fighting at No Mercy. The build has begun. It started at SummerSlam. Braun beat the hell out of Brock Lesnar.
3 tables?
2 tables.
2 tables and 1 on top.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Just
I
because.
mean, my goodness, Braun Strowman is a monster among men, guys. It's just, is it time for him to have the title?
Yes.
I say yes. I don't think it happens, but I think it's time.
I think Brock Lesnar passes the torch at WrestleMania because that's when his contract's up. I think that's the perfect time for Braun Strowman.
It's not going to be Braun Strowman though at WrestleMania. It's going to be Roman Reigns.
We've been through that. Let's not jump ahead to
Change.
that. I want to discuss
I hope-
No,
hopefully it
I'm
does.
how are they gonna book this at over the next couple of weeks leading into No Mercy. That's what I want to know right now.
I think the way they book it is now they just talk. One promo. cut.
No more brawling.
No more brawling. Save the brawling because that's what people pay for.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be another brawl. I think it's gonna be the last
go-home
episode.
show.
Yeah, the last episode before No Mercy.
Yeah, I can see that. Weak security.
Can we actually
Yeah,
have them
we got
brawl and not
security.
have security and superstars holding them back? I mean,
I'm
It
just
never
saying.
works anyways.
The reason why Brock doesn't fall to Braun, he's too much of a force. He
Yeah.
really is. And believe what you want, he fills seats. He puts butts to chairs, and that's what people want to see. That people pay money to see him brawl.
And we
I don't care if you see 15 suplexes and 2 F5s, and that's all you get out of that. You pay because you want to watch Brock Lesnar destroy. Now you have 2 people, but let's be honest, Braun Strowman isn't quite at the level at filling seats like Brock Lesnar is. So I think this is a
It's getting
way,
there.
right? And I think this is why this happened. So I think this is why Braun is not taking Brock Lesnar because I think Vince knows this time is the perfect time to start building Braun as a beast when Brock hangs him up. And
Yeah.
let's lose a little bit to Brock, but there's no shame in losing to Brock Lesnar. I think we all agree there. But this is just him solidifying how powerful he's going to become. He's going to take on that Brock Lesnar role, and I think what they're doing with him now is fantastic. It goes up from here. I don't think he ever goes down.
I think we've all shit on Brock Lesnar for his part-time, he kind of phones it in on some of his feuds. But we saw at SummerSlam what happens when he is, into a match and actually gives his
Phenomenal.
effort.
Committed. If he's 100% committed.
That was one of his best matches
Oh,
in
in
last
years.
year.
Yeah.
years.
And the only
The
thing I
SummerSlam one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he brought
It's
everything.
Can I just say something first?
Good.
The rumor is,
Oh,
inside of Brian,
Inside of the-
Paul Heyman was actually rumored to be the mastermind behind directing that match.
really?
That's the rumor, and that's why it was awesome. 3
Yeah.
tables.
The barricade.
Destruction.
Yo, not gonna say. I love Braun Strowman's go-to weapon. The damn office
The
chair.
chair, just throw
Oh,
it
it's
in
just
there.
like rose it, took 2 guys out, 2 beasts to the floor.
I mean, maybe it was Paul Heyman because to get Brock Lesnar to take bumps like that, you don't see that. I can't remember a time I've seen him take a beating like
That was Brock agreeing for his one beatdown video.
Yeah.
He won't let that happen again. Now he's just gonna whoop some ass. So you guys don't think that he wins though?
I don't.
I
think-
don't see
I
it.
think
I don't see it
Brock-
happening
I don't
yet.
think
Too
it
soon.
And I wrote blogs on the booking of Brock and how I hated it personally. But I think right now where I'm at, watching
It's growing
this
on you.
happening, it's just growing because you feel like you just
When
you
he's
don't
there.
see it enough. You deserve to see a full on match. But like when you watch his match, you're like, man, I'm happy that I didn't watch him go through tables on Raw
Yeah.
because you don't want to give that up.
You're kind
So
of
when-
you're appreciating
So much
his
more.
appearances.
I think it's just so much. You just.
I mean,
appreciate
if he's
so
gonna
much more.
get booked in feuds like this with Braun and what he had with Samoa Joe, I'm on board with that.
Yep.
I mean, that's totally okay with me if he's just gonna show up once a month
Yeah.
before the pay-per-view, because this, I'm on board with it.
Yeah. Speaking of showing up, Braun Strowman wasn't on Raw
Why not?
this past week.
Why not? Brian?
Inside of Brian.
Oh.
Once again, they want to basically keep the brawling from happening.
Yeah.
So let's not put Braun on Raw and let's just have Lesnar talk and then Braun shows up the week after.
I want to see a brawl every week. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
I would
I
like
would
saying that.
I would love it.
Like it
I
doesn't
don't
get
need-
old to me.
Yeah, I don't
No, it
think
doesn't.
I don't need Brock and Braun to brawl every week. I want to see Brock brawl anybody. Like
Sure.
Actually have a match.
he actually has live event matches more than he does match. He hasn't had a match on Raw since wrestling, like before WrestleMania.
I
don't think
I
I've ever
really
seen
don't.
him in a
I don't
match.
know. I really don't.
Now, give me one match. That's all I want on Raw.
You know who's gonna do it? Jason Jordan's gonna ask his dad.
Oh god.
Dad, can I face Brock?
Please, please, no, guys. I saved this.
The best for last.
This is definitely the best for last from what's happened on Raw. The build has begun to Roman Reigns
Sure,
versus
that's
John
great.
Cena. One of the craziest shoot promos just happened this past Monday night on Raw. It was incredible.
Yeah. Me and BA were tweeting on it live, and it just felt.
Had the goosebumps.
It just felt like natural.
Felt
it was
real.
raw. Like it was raw, attitude era raw.
Yeah.
Like you're signing. Like the minute I saw John Cena come out, my first tweet was, okay, well, this is gonna be a boring sign. Somebody go through a table, game over.
Yep.
Nobody went through a table, and here I am. My fingers couldn't tweet fast enough. How sick this whole segment was.
I was lost for words. I don't know what to say. Like
Now, I was tweeting that live. Give me what you guys thought.
Well, I didn't get to watch Raw. I had a family emergency. Everything's all right there, guys. But I went back and watched it that night when I got home. I watched
I
it
think the group
the
chat
first
of me
thing
and
when
Danny
I
hyping
woke
up
up.
this
I
promo.
watched it, and I was like, wow, that was like, this is what Raw needs. This is classic, almost Attitude Era Raw. This is wrestling promo at its finest, although Roman Reigns was kind of choking at first.
Oh
Trying
yeah.
He definitely choked it.
Now, in that segment, Roman Reigns choked. It
But
just goes to show you the true professional John Cena is. Love him or hate him, that man can make you stand up, and you will have a goosebump. I'm a grown man, and I couldn't be any more ready for that. He choked. John Cena saved him.
He saved him by actually getting on his ass about
Yeah.
it and like
Yeah.
pointing it
He
out
kinda
and,
hyped him up.
and like
He lit the
highlighting
fire.
the mistake, and
Roman-
that kind of lit a fire under Roman Reigns' ass, and
Nah.
that got the promo going.
Yeah.
To the next level.
Perfect promo, and I'm the person that says, "Don't put the mic in Roman Reigns' hands," because you don't really captivate me. I don't think he captivates the audience. So less is more when it and up until last week's Raw, when Roman Reigns finally regained his composure, game over. He brought the house down. He was calling John Cena out, burying people. He called him out, doing whatever he wants.
The
man.
only thing I have about that is we've heard that promo from like 5 other superstars though.
That's the thing. That's
Like
my
hearing-
issue with it.
But I want, like you said, Roman Reigns. He's kind of like aloof. He's just kind of like there, just with a smile, you
Yeah,
know,
and
just
the
laughing
smile
about
kills
things. But he needs to have that fire. That is the Roman Reigns I want to see.
Like you guys said, he when he choked up and Cena went at him and brought him back, and he said what he said about you bury talent, you're a part timer, all that BS that we've already heard before. I mean, it came off great. I wish he kind of went at it a different way.
Ooh,
I mean,
it was
but-
good. I'm all ears. I'm all
It
ears.
just
What
we've
way?
heard it so many times before. Everyone's come at John Cena with the same crap, man.
The
The
Miz,
problem
almost
with
recent.
Miz the week before. The problem with that is they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to say it to Cena the right way
There's no
to make him choke.
There isn't enough passion
Yes.
in how Roman came off with that to really bring out more in Cena. Cena came back with even more fire, and he wasn't even mad. He was smiling the whole time because he knew, like, I'm still here because you can't do your job.
Yeah, you're right. And he said that.
That is a fact.
Yeah,
I think there's only 2 or 3 people who can actually stand face to face with John Cena and hang with him in a promo. So
One of them was CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk,
He's
yeah.
no longer with the company, unfortunately.
Now, when it comes to that promo and when John Cena came out and he said, "I'm here. I'm better at this part time than you will ever be full time."
He's got an answer for everything.
When that happened,
That's what I'm saying. He's got the answers.
Hey,
John Cena.
When you're that good, I mean...
No,
Yeah,
you're right. It's like 16, 17 years in the game.
He called Roman Reigns a corporate John Cena bootleg. Come on.
Factory made.
How do you stop that?
You can't.
How do you really?
The one thing is you could call John Cena a failure with Rock. A Rock wannabe. And that would hit home.
But the thing is,
That
I don't.
that
The
would've
Rock,
been
they did that.
Yeah.
The Rock came back.
Yep.
The Rock is bigger than he was.
A little older too.
Yeah.
Rock lost. WrestleMania got the belt. John Cena got the belt back. So like through the test of time, John Cena's been a staple.
Yep.
He's been a staple. He ain't going nowhere. He's been in the game longer than the legends, minus the Undertaker. I'll give Undertaker that.
Yeah.
But like Brock's,
He even went at the Undertaker.
He even went at the Undertaker. Now,
I don't think that was going at the Undertaker. It was more going at Roman Reigns for beating Air. It was not to throw Undertaker under the bus.
Right.
No.
I think it's because
Yeah.
John Cena. I'm sorry.
He's kind of belittling Roman Reigns' achievement.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's pretty much saying, Roman, you come out here every damn week and talk about how you beat the Undertaker when the guy had a hip injury.
Pretty
Which,
much saying that.
I mean, granted,
He's a
you knew
battered
he,
veteran.
yeah, he's
Hip
a
injury.
battered veteran. I mean,
now, I just want to throw this out there. I just read this today, actually. Triple H on comments of turning Roman heel. Now I know this is very off topic, but
I
it was
read
a
it.
great. It was a great
So
read,
good.
so I got to bring it out.
Go ahead.
So Triple H said, "There's no point of making Roman heel
yep. I've heard this.
because the crowd, they're buying his stuff. They're sitting, they're watching him.
Yep.
So there's no point. They can do whatever he can do whatever he wants, and
That's
I
why
There's
couldn't
no
agree more.
need to turn him heel.
And now I was the person writing. I wanted to write a blog on why Roman should turn heel.
But
'Cause
Triple
they're
H
telling
just sold you
Triple H,
because the
couple
reason he doesn't need to turn heel because it's just gonna flip flop. The people
Right.
that love him are gonna hate him, and the people that hate him are gonna love
See,
him.
I think
Right.
that's a terrible reasoning because Roman Reigns as a heel creates better matches and better storylines. Sorry,
I'm
forget what the
fine.
crowd thinks. I mean, like you said, it's going to be the same amount cheering. They're just going to flip
Flip-flop,
sides.
yeah.
But Roman as a heel creates better
Yes.
matchups and better storylines
Yep.
in his matchups.
I'm for it.
It would be refreshing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's not about the
Honestly.
crowd.
You can
in
kind
my
of
opinion.
like the
Yeah.
whole comparison with Roman and Cena. I mean, everybody wants Roman to turn heel. Everybody's been asking for Cena to turn heel for the past like decade. It seems
That's
like
not
ever
gonna
since.
happen.
Yeah,
That's
we
not
already
gonna
know that's not gonna happen. Cena brought it up himself too.
Yeah.
You don't give a damn.
That was
People talk about Cena going heel. That's
This
never
was
gonna happen. I mean,
great. One of the best promos in
Yeah, that-
4 years.
that
5
promo
years.
just brought out so much in everything that's been happening in WWE over the past
Yeah.
decade, and
That's-
I loved it. I loved every single minute of it.
I don't know if you noticed, but that was 2 weeks straight of possible 2-shoot promos. The week before was The Miz.
Yeah.
And then the week after, you had Cena and Reigns go at it.
Yeah, it was
Raw.
fantastic.
Keep it coming,
Now,
Mike.
I just want to do a little bit of Throwback Thursday on everybody. Just because when I saw this shoot, it brought me back, and I'm gonna tell you, it brought me back to when AJ Lee came out
Oh.
and put the whole women's division on notice. You couldn't lace up my chucks. YouTube that great video in comparison to this shoot promo. It just brought me back. It was great, fantastic.
Just to close out this, I'm very excited for what's going to happen over the next couple weeks before No Mercy. And
I can
we
tell
could-
you what the rumor is.
go ahead, Brian.
Go
What's the
ahead.
rumor?
I don't know the winner.
I got a rumor for
I
you
don't
as
know
well.
loser.
Go ahead.
I hear a rumor that.
But
Go ahead, sorry.
Cena's going to take a break after this pay-per-view.
That's not a rumor. That's going to be a fact.
It's fact because he's got a movie.
He's got a movie.
All right.
That's a great rumor, then. That's good on your part. You did your job.
But
Fine.
did you know what's happening when he comes back?
Okay.
Yep.
Here's what the rumor comes in.
I'm ready.
He's
I know
going-
what it is.
He's going to SmackDown
Going back to SmackDown.
to face Jinder Mahal for the title.
My God, ladies and
No.
gentlemen.
Is that
But
That's the rumor. Take rumors for what they
take
are.
that part of the
Exactly.
rumor for what it's worth, because the other rumor going around with everything here is if The Undertaker's coming back, he's coming back to fight John Cena at Survivor Series so he could close out their match, come out, gong, give me the gong, do whatever to pretty much set up the future match.
Yeah.
So when Cena finishes the movie, comes back, fights Taker at Survivor Series, the story's already written there. You don't even need to build anything up to that. But, or he's going to go back to SmackDown to fight Jinder Mahal. I don't know. So that's why you got to watch every week, guys. That's it.
Absolutely.
So SmackDown this week was definitely not as good as Raw, I don't think.
No.
The last couple weeks have not been, but there
They
are
lost-
a
they
couple of
lost
stories
viewership
that have
last
been
week.
coming out, and one of them is that we had a glorious debut. Bobby Roode is Bobby Roode has been called up from NXT. He is live on SmackDown. I'm gonna give you my thoughts quickly
Lead it off.
and my first issue with Bobby Roode on SmackDown is he is a face. No, I don't want. You'll come. Bobby Roode in NXT as a heel was great. I think he should have came back with that same kind of character. He's obviously still Bobby Glorious Roode.
Yeah.
The other problem I have is what is happening with him over the first couple of weeks. Who was it the first week? Was it Aiden English?
Yes.
And this past week was,
I didn't even know the guy's name.
I can't remember
Was
who
it a
it was.
local wrestler, like something like that?
Yeah.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't Sami Zayn, was it?
Oh, Mike Kanellis.
It's
All right.
Dude.
So that's how I look at it. I mean, you got somebody like Bobby Roode. You already know he's as good as he is.
You know the value.
He's got the value. He's a top-notch superstar. I would have brought him in as a heel. I would have had him be the first challenger to the AJ Styles U.S. Open
Yes.
Challenge.
That would have been good.
But,
was
again, I mean, it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to cheer for Bobby Roode, face or heel. So, I'm interested to see where they're going to go from here. And that's all I got to say about it.
I'm a huge Bobby Roode fan. I got his T-shirt.
We know.
I'm not wearing it right now, but I have his
One day.
T-shirt. One thing, Bobby Roode came into NXT as a face and quickly turned heel. I think that's the same thing they're doing on SmackDown. You want to introduce him. The crowd loves him, heel or face. He's
Right.
glorious. Let's not forget.
Just
and
the song goes on.
he has one of my favorite entrances. It's just so awesome. I wish they had the pyro still, but
Yeah.
he
Too much money.
he's kind of that like cocky to the crowd type of heel, and I think they just wanted to introduce him, get him out there, get the crowd behind him, and he's gonna turn heel very shortly, I think.
He looks like Triple H. Like,
He does.
I don't know who did it. I saw a picture of like them swapping.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
He looks good.
No,
like
It's a good
Triple
look for a
H.
wrestler.
No,
What?
my little quick take on this is Glorious definitely deserves the title, but I'm not opposed to him climbing the ladder. So I agree that he deserves that U.S. title, that open title challenge, 100%.
Not to cut you off quick, but I mean, if you put everything me and Tim just said together, that could still happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
He could still turn heel in
I
the
mean-
next coming weeks and become the next challenger.
I think
AJ
it's a slow
Styles.
build. Like AJ Styles didn't win anything right away. Shinsuke hasn't won anything yet. I mean, I still think we have time. It's
no, yeah, and
2
definitely,
weeks.
definitely have time. I like where they're going with this. I like the NXT start off, I guess I would call it. How they brought him in as a face, turned him heel, great heel. They do the same with Raw, get everybody behind him, boom, take a shot at AJ. Everybody hates him again. And it's a quick switch. They can flip for Bobby Roode to turn heel. So I'm okay with what they're doing. I personally don't like last week's matchup with Mike Kanellis. I think what Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis have, great. They were heel, right? Going against Sami Zayn, that's the heel way.
Yep.
So to bring, and I just don't think he is I don't think Mike Kanellis is the right person to lose to Bobby Roode. You know what I mean? Give
Yeah, I
him
got
somebody else.
Aiden English was fine. 'Cause he
I'll
sucks.
give you the job.
Yeah.
No offense.
The whole push of Mike Canales.
But Mike Canales had a
Why.
push.
It's dead.
You know, they
It's
did their
dead.
thing
It's dead,
against Sami
unfortunately.
Zayn. The duo, the vase. I was sold at that point.
Yeah.
Now I'm even liking the song. So like that's where I'm at. And then when Mike Canales lost, I knew he was going to lose. Everybody knew when Mike Canales' song came. That's a loss, right? Bobby Roode's not going to lose the second week, obviously. So I like what they're going. Just to go back, I like where the road is for him. I think they're gonna do great with him because I don't see them messing that up from the NXT debut.
Do you know what the next street he's gonna land on that road is?
I'm hoping US.
No,
Is this another rumor?
it's another rumor.
Oh, okay.
Dolph
Do the
Ziggler.
thing. Do the thing.
Dolph Ziggler.
Inside of Brian. Dolph Ziggler is gonna be the guy that loses to Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler he's been a good
To put people over, he's been that good. Like big, not a big name, but a
you know
A
who-
known
you
name
can
stepping-
say a big name
a
jobber.
known name,
right?
a no-name jobber. You know who's going to first face Bobby Roode? Rusev. If Rusev did not lose at SummerSlam, he was going to be the feud that Bobby Roode starts his SmackDown career with. But because Rusev is obviously pissed off with his character, I think we all are.
Yeah, I mean,
Him losing at SummerSlam to Randy Orton just changed the
Just unnaturally
script
terrible.
to bring back Dolph Ziggler to TV.
Can we just put on the table here? So we have bad booking with Bray, and Bray Wyatt, and we can literally see the same thing about Rusev.
Yep.
Like that man.
too
is-
talented.
Yeah.
They're
both
actual
are. They're
talent.
both great on the mic.
Yep.
Rusev, he's shredded now. You know, he's putting the work, he's putting the effort in, and then that's how they treat him.
Yep.
Now this goes back to when we were talking about the Miz, how you got to treat people, you got to treat these characters, these big names, on how they're supposed to be treated. Rusev's just taking another L there, and it's just not right. It's just not right.
L after L. That's
L
what he's
after
doing.
L.
All right,
What
guys.
we got? What we got?
We got. I want to, since we were just talking about AJ Styles and the U.S. Open Challenge, it's back. I love it. I love the U.S. Open Challenge. Looks like he's starting to develop a little bit of a feud with Baron Corbin.
I don't know. I feel like that needs to still catch my eye. I mean,
Baron Corbin used to catch my eye because I can't do it with him, man.
That
He
cash
just-
in left a sour taste in my
I
mouth.
was a
that
I was
cash in
behind
means
Baron Corbin.
don't mess with Vince McMahon.
I was
Yeah.
behind Baron Corbin, but like lately, it's like I'm not.
I
for
felt
it
like the
anymore.
briefcase was the perfect character for him. You know, he was in control by himself, and now, I mean, maybe AJ Styles can help him get back to the level we want to see him at, because AJ Styles makes everybody look amazing.
And,
So-
and not to dish on Baron Corbin. I mean, he's a great wrestler. He
Yeah,
does his thing
sometimes.
in the ring. It's just, do you deserve to go against AJ Styles? Like,
I know there's a lot of people we want to see succeed on SmackDown. So, and then Baron Corbin is not at the top of that.
I don't
list.
think he's there for me yet. I mean, still got to grow. Obviously, the cash in. I love all cash ins that don't belong, that are not cashed in at a pay per view. So I got up, but to lose like that really puts you back down.
So, do you think that this whole AJ Styles U.S. Open Challenge is going to continue weekly on SmackDown, leading up to Hell in a Cell? Pretty much with whoever comes out is going to get attacked by Baron Corbin because he just wants his title opportunity.
After a week or two, I hope not. I mean, I can see it happening. once or
It's
twice.
definitely happening again this week, I think. I think this week's victim will be Sami Zayn.
I agree.
That's what I'm going with.
Let me just get you a little hashtag Smacktalk creative team hire us. What should happen now? No dig. Now this is just my opinion. You guys just let me know if you're in for it. So Baron Corbin comes out. He's literally fighting the wrong person, right? People come down the ramp. He's hitting them for no reason, right? So this is what should happen. Sami Zayn comes down, gets in the ring. Baron Corbin comes out. SmackDown Live. Land of opportunity. We've seen belts swap hands on SmackDown Live.
Yep.
Nothing new there. Sami Zayn wins because Baron Corbin. Boom. That's the U.S. title. Right to Sam. Wait. Let's not kid yourself. That man deserves something because he's been in the game for so long and at the top of on WWE stage, and he hasn't done any. He hasn't won anything, so he deserves it. I'll give him the title if he's next in line.
Yep.
Now you can set up a Hell in a Cell, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, make that feud happen. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to build on Baron Corbin, you got to make him, because now what you're doing is you're building Baron Corbin to have enemies that is not, like, you're not focused on the person he really wants to attack.
Yeah.
You're not hurting AJ Styles, because AJ Styles can get a quick
Right.
win.
He just got a quick win on
Yeah.
Ty Dillinger.
Right,
because-
I'm saying.
I think, all right, logically, if that's going to keep happening and Bobby Roode needs an opponent, Bobby Roode should answer the challenge and Baron Corbin should. And that should
Maybe
cause
he
a
does after
that's that's probably the next level in talent for Bobby Roode right,
Right,
now.
so
Get over
to take-
somebody like Baron Corbin.
So I'll take that. Like, if you're going to, so, like, if you're Ty Dillinger, and I know this is Vince's, he's got the strings, he's doing everything, but, like, if you're Ty Dillinger and you answer that challenge, you have to be mad at Baron Corbin, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just take that sitting down.
And just not show up next week on
Right,
SmackDown.
like, Baron
Right.
Corbin comes out, he answers the challenge, right?
Yeah.
And now you're not going to have Ty Dillinger come out to get his revenge?
Maybe that is what's
Maybe
gonna
that
happen,
is
though.
happening, right?
You
But,
know,
like, isn't
that's
that...
why we tune in every week.
Now, but, like, that almost seems like you know what's gonna happen now.
Yep.
When his actual feud is AJ Styles. Like, that's what I don't get.
No, I
But-
got you.
That's where I'm at. Open challenge, I love it. I can see that
Every week.
True.
John Cena started a great thing with that.
Still the
Again.
trend.
and that
Again.
elevates the title. People
Crafty vets.
are loving
Man,
the
they
US
love-
title.
I'm sorry, but one more
Still
thing
doing
about the whole Cena Roman thing, because that was definitely the hottest thing that's happened over the last couple of weeks. He mentioned how Roman getting the U.S. title felt as if it was a demotion.
That's right.
Good point.
That-
Good point.
I like how you tied that in.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Because he
That's
talked
true.
about how much he appreciated having the U.S. title at the point of the career that he's in right now. And the U.S. Open Challenge, bringing out all these new superstars to challenge them week after week. Granted, I wouldn't consider that he was burying them.
No.
They were great matches.
Every match that he had
They were
was
great matches.
It's a
And
showcase match.
that, I just wanted to touch on that as another reason why John Cena destroyed Roman in that shoot promo.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
thank you. That's all I had to
You're
say.
right.
Thank you.
All right, just one last touch on that.
Yeah, we are all over John Cena today.
This is actually about Roman, because despite all this, Roman is still the top dog in the locker room. He's the most respected man in the locker room since
Yeah.
Undertaker left.
You have to respect that man. Right?
He is the
The
big dog in the locker room.
Man, the matches he puts on.
We
every-
took up the
every
big dog,
week.
so
He's
Yeah.
He took the
literally
role.
stepped up and took over Undertaker's presence.
Literally. he
That's
kicked-
a big thing
He's
to
already
do.
kicked Enzo Amore out of the
Regardless of
locker
his
room, so-
success, yeah,
I'm
regardless.
gonna Shark Tank and everything. See ya.
So next topic we got here is AJ's former opponent, Kevin Owens. The whole storyline with Shane is starting to build up even more.
Yep.
It's definitely it's looking like a match between them is going to happen sooner rather than later. I just have a feeling that Insider Brian's going to have something on this for me.
Better.
He does.
I do.
So let's just
Before that,
go ahead.
I'm torn on this feud because, one, Shane McMahon, why are you still wrestling? You're the GM. I love Shane McMahon. Like, I'm torn because I love when he wrestles.
Yeah.
But why is he wrestling? It just doesn't make sense to me. But Kevin Owens is actually the perfect opponent for Shane McMahon because these two probably take the craziest bumps in the business right now.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Yeah.
not forget
Yeah.
Seth Rollins picking up KO, throwing him
That was
down two
crazy.
tables and having us up. Great, Bob. This is growing on me. I didn't think it would. Honestly,
Really?
I didn't think
I don't.
This
I
is the
like
kind of
when
fan I
Shane's
am.
in there.
I like it.
just
I
like
like
the
it.
Undertaker. Man, I was over. I was over it when
Yeah.
he fought CM Punk. I thought that would have been the day you retired. Because if you remember, CM Punk had the urn.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer just passed away at that time.
Yeah,
so
that
that
was-
was real. And we
Yeah.
all knew Undertaker was going to win because he's 20-something and 0 at the point. So I think right now I'm 50-50 because I think Kevin Owens deserves better. I think Shane McMahon, I'm leaning on Tim's side here. I think Shane McMahon is a better GM at this point because everybody knows Shane McMahon is going to take a crazy bump. He's going to lose. So what's going to happen is the storyline is just going to diminish after that pay-per-view. Go back to WrestleMania. He lost to The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Still a GM. So that match didn't have to happen.
It needs to end.
That's true.
At that.
You know what I mean?
The one thing I think these two can pull off though going back to Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon street. I think they should have a street fight.
But
I
the
want to
thing
see
is, like,
the street fight.
But like the street fights that we've had have been ridiculous. It's been awful. Go back to Brock
This
and
is
Dean
Shane McMahon,
Ambrose.
though. He has to say he
You
can.
can't bleed.
Shane
Yeah, he can.
McMahon and I think Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens could.
Not
pull
that
it
I
off.
want people to bleed.
What if,
That's
what
not
if I
what
give
I'm
you
saying.
something
But like
better
street
than a
fights,
fight?
street fights are cheers to the head. Granted, I don't want nobody to get a concussion.
I quit. Good. I don't think it'll be I quit, but let me just throw you.
Ooh,
The
the inside. I'm dying to hear it.
The rumor is due to the NFL season beginning, they want to load up. This is going on Raw now. Load up the No Mercy card, as well as pull the trigger on this Kevin Owens Shane McMahon match at Hell in a Cell, possibly in a Hell in a Cell match.
I'm thinking that's where it's heading, but go ahead.
I mean,
I don't see why it would be in a Hell in a Cell match. What is like?
there's not the Hell in a Cell is supposed to keep them locked
Contain
together
them
because
all.
one usually runs their way or has interference. That's the whole point of a Hell
Yeah,
in a Cell.
but basically they want to load up on these two cards coming
I
up
see it.
just to compete with the NFL because we all know the ratings for Monday Night Raw is going to go down because of Monday Night Football. You have Sunday Night Football. If you got a great two teams going at it, that pay-per-view might get missed by a few fans.
I feel like we've already seen Shane in the Hell in a Cell against Undertaker pull off the big spot. We've already seen the big spot through the table
With Shane McMahon.
with
jumping
Shane
off the
McMahon.
top.
So
Yeah.
that's why I would like to see
It's
A
a
street
street fight.
That's
and
why I don't
throw
see
it
a Hell in a
back.
Cell match happening.
and
So
throw it back to
you guys are definitely not into having
Another Hell in a Cell match?
No. Let's put a kendo stick on a pole match. You
Oh,
guys
God.
definitely don't.
No,
want
I want to see another flag match.
Let's not. Let's not. Let's not.
Another
Let's
flag
just
match.
not talk about that again.
The way
Hell in a Cell definitely looks so much better than a flag match.
I mean, if you really want to pull it in, just
I guess the way I look at this is, was it you or you that mentioned Shane should stop wrestling?
He mentioned it. I'm on board with it.
All right, so basically, my thing with that is, he could still put on a decent match. I mean, he
Yes.
had a great match to lead off WrestleMania with AJ Styles. I mean, was it the wrestler that he was wrestling? Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, he held his own, and now he's gonna fight another top superstar like Kevin Owens,
Yeah.
and I think that he's gonna be able to have another great match, whether it's a street fight, whether it's a Hell in a Cell, whatever it may be. But I just want to close this with one thing, since you mentioned that he should just go back to being general manager. Where has Stephanie McMahon been on Raw?
I think
No.
they're saving
Because I mean, the whole point of having a commissioner and the general manager is
They work together.
they work
On the
together. I
scene.
mean, they don't have to always be there. I mean, clearly
They're
Kurt
there
Angle's
once
running
in a
Raw.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's not running
Well, that's the
SmackDown because I mean he's
Does-
a McMahon.
Def like the fact that Kurt Angle's running Raw. Vince McMahon is
no.
the one that appointed him as GM.
So what I see now from
I know it's a little off topic. But
No,
Yeah, no, it's good.
I want to stay on that because being in the social media world that we're in, if you follow Stephanie McMahon, if you follow Triple H, you see them just selling WWE to all these different companies. So
Yeah.
I think they're doing the corporate thing and
Yeah.
letting
They will be back.
the Raw.
Oh, it's only a
SmackDown
matter of time.
happen.
They
They have to. But right now, what they're doing, I seen them in India. I seen them in today. They're in California at the
Yeah.
Facebook the corp. So
Yeah.
I feel like they'll
that
come
thing.
around more during WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
To kind of further some storylines.
Maybe Kurt Angle
And
getting into a match.
maybe the way Stephanie and Mick Foley interacted, it didn't really work too well in the end, so maybe they're trying to stay away from that happening again.
Yeah.
That's just an idea.
Okay. SmackDown Live. What
All
you
right,
got?
let's close it out again. I like the main event pictures at the end of it. So let's stop. We had Shinsuke and Randy Orton headline this past episode of SmackDown against Rusev and Jinder. And I know Danny is very passionate about how that match went, so I'm gonna let him lead this one off.
So tag teams. Can we leave tag team matches to the actual tag teams? I just don't like.
Teddy Long must be like running
Oh
the show.
my God! You couldn't.
He's
He's
a
up all
cop
night.
out. That's
Right?
a
He's up-
cop out.
Yeah, we seen Rusev. Like this tag team duo, this foursome here, they have nothing. They don't correlate at all. Like, there's no reason for Rusev to help Jinder because
They used to be a tag team.
Yeah.
Shin and Randy.
No, not them. I mean, that's
Right. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why was that even a thing? So, main event picture. I'm so looking forward to SmackDown Live this week, so I don't have to think
Right.
about last week because that killed me.
And
Lot
that
of
match was
botches.
actually pretty bad. There was a lot of
Speaking
mistakes and botches.
another tag team match that happened. Roman Reigns and John Cena teamed up, going back on Raw.
And that
After
was
the
the
Shield
same thing. That was the
Yeah.
same thing.
That
And
was
I-
stupid.
kinda-
Stop with the tag team matches.
We're getting into
Unless
that.
you have like a real reason to make it a big event. Like if you have John Cena and Roman Reigns teaming up, you should kind of build it up as a big deal. Like wow, how can this is
not
a
just
super
thrown
team.
together last
Not
week.
just thrown together like go handle your business together.
I think
So
Back on
working
Shin.
off on what Danny here was saying, I feel you on the keep the tag team matches to the actual tag teams. The only thing I don't feel you on is, sometimes it's nice and refreshing to see two different feuds in kind of come into one match.
Yeah.
Like you've seen with the 6-man tag team matches where a couple feuds come together. That I can get on board with. Granted, this tag team match was not good. A lot of botches, but
Oh,
it's
Jinder
leading
Mahal.
the RKO, the
Oh,
RKO
God.
on Shin
Yeah.
to close out
Let's-
SmackDown.
yeah,
though?
so-
God, he
That-
sold the hell out
that
of it.
right
God.
that is where that actually got me excited.
All right. It got you excited.
If I could delete the tag team match and go straight to the
All right.
9:59 minute,
Matt Hardy
9:59 p.m. Right
Delete.
before it closed out, and that RKO was perfect.
Okay.
It was.
You know what?
Now let me tell you what I have an issue with here. I'm just not feeling Randy Orton versus Shinsuke.
Really?
I like it.
I don't like it because you kind of already know who's gonna win. First
Yeah.
off, you already know Shin's gonna get his win. Randy's gonna put him over.
Yep.
Even so, why does it have to be Randy Orton? He just lost 3 times.
Can I throw a timeout?
Go ahead.
Would you throw Rusev in that instead of Randy?
No, because Randy beat Rusev.
I feel like Randy and
That's
Rusev
what I'm
is going to keep going for a little
Where's,
while.
where's your
though.
main events? Dude?
I'm saying
Who can you throw in there
Bobby Roode.
You know what?
that early?
No.
I mean, I'm
Shin
just
had to
throwing
climb
something
the
out
ladder.
there.
If-
I'm just
Give
throwing
me
something
some
out
That
of
would be a
pretty
great
much
match.
climbed the
Shin
ladder.
versus Bobby Roode, but you
It's too
know
early.
Bobby Roode would not win that. It's too early.
Bobby
Actually,
Roode
you know
did.
what?
Bobby
That is
Roode and
good.
Shinsuke had a match NXT.
This
The belt went
what
to
is
Bobby
happening on
Roode, so
SmackDown
I
right
think
now
Bobby
is
Roode.
showing at least myself that there is a little bit of an issue with the main event picture on SmackDown.
Oh,
in
yeah.
my eyes,
You know what it is?
You've got Jinder Mahal. You've got Randy Orton.
That's the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, the Jinder Mahal's leading off the 9 o'clock hour. He just let off the 8 o'clock hour. He just started off the show this past week. But let me finish.
Yeah, but please.
We got
I'm
Randy
ready.
Orton, Shinsuke. You had Baron Corbin. I mean, that's gone.
Yeah.
Which he shouldn't have been there in the first place.
But at least
The real main eventers, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, they're fighting for the U.S. title or in that picture.
just shows you how built up John made that title.
You're right. That I'm not.
You ain't
Not
done.
hating on that at all.
You ain't done though.
I'm just saying that is where the issue arises on SmackDown. It's Jinder Mahal, who I mean,
He's clogging up the division.
yeah, I guess you could
I
say
agree.
that.
That's why he should have lost. That's why me and
I'm not
Tim
even
said
saying he
Shin.
should have lost. I just feel like he just needs someone else.
Someone
I mean,
to beat him.
he already
Yes.
beat Randy Orton 3 times. He beat Shinsuke, and he's probably gonna beat him again,
I got it.
I hope he
based
does.
on the potential rumors of Cena's gonna be the next guy to beat him. Go ahead.
I know the guy's gonna beat him.
Who's the guy?
James Ellsworth.
No.
God.
No?
Danny, I think you chopped the hell out of his life. You didn't even-
Did you hit him in
With the
head?
brains.
It still hurts, by the way, when I touch it. Just let you know.
I like Shinsuke versus Orton because they're both kind of like they're rough dudes. They're not very technical as in high flying, acrobatic moves. I feel like they would have like a pretty brutal match, which can be entertaining. Not like Shinsuke versus Jinder Mahal, which was all sleeper holds, which put me to sleep.
It's not a bad match on
I
SmackDown.
mean, I wouldn't even mind seeing Orton and Rusev continue and have a real match. That SummerSlam match was terrible. Like, what was the point of that? What was the point?
None.
I wish I could have an answer.
I have
Yeah.
no answer for it, to be honest.
It's like they were trying to cut time.
Speaking of cutting time. Well, we can't get it. We can't get to everything because some things are just not worth putting so much minutes, so much conversation into it. We're gonna call this the rapid fire segment. So, a couple of things we want to just give you a quick
I'll
opinion
start the
on.
timer, you know
So
what?
give me a timer. You give me like a 5-minute timer, BA.
5 minutes?
5 minutes, because I'm gonna
For everything,
I'm
or
gonna rally
1
off
minute?
5. I'm gonna rally off 5 topics. Okay.
All right.
And then
Okay.
hit me the 5-minute timer. Just let me know when to go.
You can start right now.
All right, so we're gonna go with the club tease in the battle royal, with and Finn continuing feud with Bray.
We've been
Thoughts?
talking about this for a while on the
Yep.
podcast now. We've all wanted to see it, and it was cool to finally see a little bit of a tease. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
I think it is going to lead to an eventual reformation of the club, and I'm completely on
I'm all
board with
for
it. I don't know how. I mean, I just feel like this is definitely going to take a while. It's going to happen next time it happens again. Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying. That's the next tease
Because
of
it's
the
another
club.
battle royal. That makes
Yep.
sense. So I'm all for it. I hope it happens.
Yep.
Battle royal is a great battle royal. Royal Rumble is a great spot for it to happen.
Yep.
Danny, what's next?
I just want to throw my 2 cents in the
Oh, I'm
club. No. I don't care about the club anymore. I think that's over. and done.
Wow.
I'm over it. You had the chance to put it together. You didn't. Now you just got the losingest tag team on Raw right now, and I'm over it.
That's why I'm for it, because Gallows and Anderson need it.
They need it, but they're not going to get it. Finn continuing the feud with Bray. Done that. Over that.
Yeah, we don't even need to discuss that.
Just a quick another topic here. We got Big Cass injury and the Enzo Amore move to 205 Live.
Started.
Yeah, go ahead.
Big Cass injury. I'm glad it happened.
We don't
Oh,
want
no,
we
we
don't
don't
want
want-
people to be
you might
hurt.
want to rephrase
that.
We don't
Yeah,
want-
rephrase.
Okay.
You got 5 minutes to rephrase. So
There
let's
is. Whatever.
Goodness.
There is. Let me rephrase it. Yes, he got hurt. I didn't want you to get hurt. We don't want anybody to get hurt. But his character, I think, would have just fell. Because that Enzo Amore feud was just dying with Big Show
Yes.
involved.
Let
Him getting injured is awesome.
me rephrase it for you.
Go
It
ahead,
might
thank
be a blessing in disguise.
That's the
because
word I'm looking for.
that feud was
Thank you.
going nowhere. I mean, he was kind of drowning out in the sea of superstars by himself, and Enzo on 205 Live.
Hey.
I
belongs
I don't
there.
watch 205 Live enough. I'm sorry.
That's
And
true.
that's why it belongs. I don't watch
That's
it.
why-
I don't need to watch it.
He's still going to be on Raw every week.
Yeah,
That's how I
he's-
look
'cause you
at
have
it.
to- you have to
The
cut
merchandise.
You
That's
have to
why.
cut the promo.
Enzo on 205 Live.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Moving over from garbage. Are you done with that?
Good.
Moving on
That's
from
all I got to
garbage.
say about
The
that.
opposite of garbage. We have Chad Gable, Sheldon Benjamin returning in the ring. Sheldon Benjamin looked fantastic.
Awesome.
Chad Gable looked like a little 6-year-old looking up to his dad, like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I enjoyed it. The match was great. Timo.
Well, I missed SmackDown as well, but when I went back and watched the debut, I saw Shelton Benjamin. I was like, wow, he looks old. And then I
Yeah.
saw him in the ring, and I was like,
He's still
wow,
got
he
Who is
has
this guy?
not missed a beat.
No,
He hasn't lost
fire.
a step.
So this is what I'm hitting you with. I like it. They will become the tag team champs,
Yep.
and Shelton will eventually turn heel. That's all I
He
got.
just took the words from my mouth, so there's no need to repeat it.
Well, we got the
Yeah.
next topic. We got the New Day. The Woods injury.
Get well soon.
Get
man.
well
that
soon.
that injury looks
That boot
brutal.
looks.
It's
Great
not.
on you.
It's not
sore.
as bad.
And
as it
then-
could've been.
and then-
Really?
Not a torn.
Supposedly,
nothing
it's only potentially a month that he's going to be out.
yeah, no torn ACL.
It's a
Rest
good
in
thing
peace,
there's 3
Julian
people in
Edelman.
there.
Now the second part of that, part B of the
Part
Usos
B.
topic, the title rumor, the plans they have, the feud they have, they're going with Usos. The rumor is, I'm going to steal your spotlight, they want to
Go
have
ahead.
them with the most titles in WWE history.
Yeah.
Do they deserve it? Yes. They've been entertaining for some time now.
I don't think
I think the Usos deserve. I think they're killing
Usos
it.
deserve the titles. I don't think New Day needs the titles. I don't think they should deserve more reigns. Like just to make them the best tag team in
yeah.
the WWE.
I mean-
They already have the record for the longest reign.
Don't treat it like the women's title, where it's back
Yeah.
and forth every like.
That I do have the issue
Yeah.
with. But what I would really like to see within the next year is the next breakup of a big tag team. I would love to see I'm good with New Day already, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're a great
Yeah.
tag team, but
You know,
it's
what
time to see some kind of
It's
turn, like
time
what happened with the Shield.
to say goodbye to
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not saying it happens within a year, but it's gonna happen in the future.
I don't
caught
see it
that.
ever happening.
No?
I gotta do it,
Next topic. This might be the quickest. What's the time we got left?
Yo, just to let you know, we got 38 seconds.
Don't worry, this
Plenty
only
of
takes
time.
7. Dolph Ziggler's new character. Don't care. Next.
What new character? We haven't seen anything yet.
Next.
Nothing's happened.
I got nothing.
All right,
Hey,
stop the
let's
timer.
go.
Stop the
Rapid
time.
fire.
It's 26 seconds, guys.
Bang.
We have
That
Kill that.
is how you
Oh,
kill
man.
rapid
Rapid
fire
fire.
on topics that are not as important as the main topics we discussed earlier.
You're right. So,
We can
next
even hit the
segment.
alarm.
Next segment is one of my favorite segments. They are the fan questions, okay? These questions come from our followers on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Even through the blog post, we have comment box there to just comment on the blogs that we write. We want to know what you think of our opinions. That's why we write them every week. Every other week we try to get one on there.
Yep.
First fan question, you want to read it off?
Yeah, sure.
Go
It's,
for
it comes from at James24Williams on Twitter. This is the second time he's asked us a question. We appreciate it. Keep them coming. He asks, it's a really great question. If AJ Styles was to lose the U.S. title in the Open Challenge, who would you have him lose it to, and where would you want him to lose it at?
Nice.
Ooh.
I
Great
think
question.
we touched on that. Well, not really. We didn't answer that because that's a great question.
Yeah.
I think we were already planning on where we
Yeah.
wanted AJ to lose it if he had to at any point.
I'll make it quick
Yeah.
on my end. I'm going to say Bobby Roode, Survivor Series.
I like that.
A week ago, I would have said Shelton Benjamin. That would have been the perfect spot
Wow.
for Shelton Benjamin to get that hype. But now, who would I like
Chad
to see him lose it
Gable.
to? I gotta agree, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
It makes the most sense.
The heel turn.
Wait, no. Where you said Survivor
Survivor
Series? Where
Series.
are you
Where? Next
So-
week.
Next week.
Damn, next week.
I'm not
Answer
gonna
the
happen,
damn
man.
now.
It's the
Not gonna
open
happen.
challenge. It has to happen soon. That's why.
Okay.
Maybe he'll answer his open challenge, but it won't happen. Bobby Roode. When? So we got Hell in a Cell coming up.
Then it's
No,
Survivor Series.
Because Hell in a Cell, you got Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, rumored. You know what? Survivor Series next.
Yep.
I'm with that.
Well, I'm gonna go with the team here. I'm going with the glorious Bobby Roode.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler will be gone in October.
wanna waste my
so-
breath. So I got Bobby Roode, and I do like the Survivor Series. I think I was thinking that just driving up here. I think that'd be the perfect pay-per-view for him to shine.
That's a
But
glorious pay-per-view.
Gotta be Helen. He's gotta be a heel.
Glorious.
I mean, he's going
Yeah,
because AJ Styles is
Yeah,
what he is.
absolutely.
and then there's a feud from there on.
Absolutely.
Good feud.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
I appreciate
James.
it. We all appreciate it. Keep them coming. Our second question comes from at Danny Shadinsky on Facebook. Dan, the man,
And
asks,
the man.
do you think Kevin Owens should be suspended?
So I read this question, and I'm going back. I'm like, what did he do? Did he violate something? And then I started thinking like, oh, the Shane McMahon, because I'm not treating Shane McMahon like a general manager at this point. So I'm
Right,
like, why?
yeah.
Why would Dan say that? Well, now it's a great point. You don't cross the boss. That's what it is. In your work life, that's what you don't do, right? You get suspended. You get fired.
He brought it upon himself, though.
I mean, do I think Kevin Owens should be suspended? Yes, because in the real world, you don't do that to your boss. But in wrestling
we all
world,
want to.
no, Kevin Owens should not be suspended. Why?
'Cause we need
Because
him.
I would turn the channel when Shane McMahon came out and there was no Kevin Owens on the TV.
Bang.
See, I'm gonna say yes, Kevin Owens should be suspended for another reason. Not because it has anything to do with him doing anything wrong, just because it would make for a more entertaining storyline for Kevin Owens. He gets suspended, he shows up the next week and beats Shane McMahon's
Man, you know what that
ass.
sounds like to me, Timo?
What's that sound like?
Chris Jericho coming in front row. We got James Ellsworth not leaving the building, so I can see that happen.
It's been done before.
That,
That's
I agree with you. I don't think he should be suspended because he's a great character on TV week after week. Will he be suspended though? I think that's going to be a part of the
Yeah, I
storyline.
think that- do it
Shane
for the
is going to
storyline.
have him
Just go home for the night or
leave the
something.
building, take the next week off, whatever you want to call it. I think that's going to happen to further their feud. That's all I got to say.
One, Shane brought it upon himself by saying, "If you hit me, I hit you back." So
Yeah.
you can't say that and not expect to get hit.
Yeah, you're right.
Two, I don't think he should be suspended because I hate it. When someone gets fired, like Cena, or someone gets suspended every time, it doesn't matter. We know it's fake. Sorry, you're gonna come back.
Yeah.
That's why it's just a way to write the storyline. I hate it. I don't want it to happen.
Thank you for the question, though, Dan.
Keep them coming,
coming.
man.
Anytime anyone has a question, we love getting back to you so you can hear all of our opinions. Definitely get some more questions in for the next show.
And moving on to the next topic, next segment, I should say. My second to favorite segment, because I said the questions on my
I was gonna
first.
say,
You ain't gonna catch me there. You ain't gonna catch me there.
Can I cut you off?
Go, please.
Damn.
Because I think I know what you're gonna say,
Hit me.
and it's not time for smack talk.
Ooh.
It's
Did I
time
miss?
for the more rumors
Ooh.
from Inside of Brian.
We got them.
Right here.
Inside
Inside of Brian. Did you guys know that whole shoot promo was scripted,
Yes.
except for John Cena saying break the fourth
Break
wall
the
was
fourth
scripted.
wall. Yeah.
That was scripted. Him saying break the fourth wall was scripted. He had input
Well, that's
from
a
the
damn
writers
shame.
and Roman Reigns from they all had. The only thing that was not scripted was Cena lighting the fire on the Roman Reigns' ass.
When he choked, when he forgot his line.
That rumor's gone. There's more talk of Breezango, Fashion Files case, as the way to debut NXT's Authors of Pain on the main roster. I love it.
I love that too.
They need to come up. SmackDown needs teams.
They just
Trust me, I believe.
Breezango is going to fall to whoever team's going to
Yeah.
eventually
I
face
think
him.
they're the team to lose, man. What do you?
I don't want Breezango to lose. But
Others of pain. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like the Fashion Files.
Keep it going.
Breezango should not
Keep it going.
even wrestle. I think they're entertaining enough.
Yeah.
Last rumor,
They should get paid just to do Fashion Files.
Yeah, that's great.
At this
Yeah,
point.
it's-
Like
They're
I said, I think I said that.
I
episode
can
2,
feel
they
them
should have their
Christian
own
when they have their-
WWE network show.
Yeah,
Fashion
you're right.
Files.
last rumor from Insider Brian's rumor mill. Current plans call for Asuka's dominant undefeated streak to continue on the main roster. We know she's hurt. That is a great way to write her off of NXT.
Yep.
Because now she's still
I
undefeated.
think she's already left.
Yeah,
She's
she
already left.
relinquished the title.
Relinquished the title. Guess what? She didn't lose the title. So that means she's
She's
still
still
undefeated. She'll quickly win the Raw Women's title. That is the rumor, and that is all I have. I am Insider Brian. Danny, hit us with laying the smack talk.
Laying the smack talk. So this I brought in the PWI, which Samoa Joe tweeted about. If you haven't caught it, the tweet said, "If you complain about your PWI, I'll come to your house, throw a brick at you," or something like that. So the PWI is the Professional Wrestlers Index, and it rates the top 500 wrestlers worldwide. Okay, and it just literally goes 1 through 500, top dog going all the way down to 500. So I believe everybody's laying the smack talk has something to do with this list.
Yep.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. I believe we will post the link on our social media sites for the PWI, so
Yep.
you can always relate to that on our websites. We have number 4. My lane of smack talk is Roman Reigns. Okay, Roman Reigns was this time last year. He was number 1 out of 500 as being the top wrestler in the league. Okay, he has dropped down 3 spots. Now he's number 4 for the whole year. I think that's a bad hit for Roman Reigns. I think he hasn't. When you say he dropped 3 spots for the whole year, I don't think that he did, because he hasn't dropped any.
But he's lost every review since WrestleMania.
But like all the matches he puts on are just quality.
They are quality, yes.
And there's one other one for me, and it's the Miz. Miz right now is rated. He's number 10 on the list.
He
I
should not
don't
be
think he should be 10. He did rise up 12 spots. He was 22 this time last year. I think he needs to break the top 5. If it's not just for his wrestling, I mean, his wrestling is, average, B+. His mic work just brings everything together. So I think he breaks the top 5 and put it on the list. You got Shinsuke above it.
I'll rattle off a couple names. I have to disagree with your take on the Miz. I mean, yeah, his mic skills are great, but he was jobbing to John Cena and Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. That's.
But like,
Is
I
that
mean,
his
he's
fault?
a company man.
He's on the kickoff show. You think he wants to be there too?
He doesn't want to be there, but this is the reality. Stats don't lie, and he lost to Cena and.
So
Nikki.
why is Roman Reigns number 4 if his stats are showing pretty bad too?
Because he's still better than half the people, well, 99% of the people on this 500-person list. I'm going to go, I like AJ Styles at number 2. He's been the bright spot of the WWE.
Yeah.
And he's the number 1 in the WWE. I don't watch a lot of New Japan, but Okada's number 1. From what I've seen one of his matches with Omega, and it was phenomenal, and everybody praises him. He's getting nothing but 5-star, even the mythical 6-star matches. One person I think should be higher is Neville. Neville? There would be no cruiserweight division without Neville. He's the king.
Killing it.
He should be a lot higher. And someone who I think should be lower is Bray Wyatt.
Ooh.
We give a lot of love to Bray
So,
Wyatt, but I am over
What
Bray
number is
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt?
He's at
15.
15.
He was
up.
56
He was
last
at
year.
56.
Wow.
He should probably be top 50, but I'm over it. We get teased with Bray Wyatt so many times, and
You gotta see the build-up, though. You have Bray Wyatt with
He's
that
been
whole
being
Randy
built.
Orton feud. That feud was great. The whole Wyatt family thing.
the feud was great, but the matches were awful.
Yeah.
The matches
So once
were
again, why is Roman Reigns number 4? If he's losing.
because his matches are great. Like Danny said,
But you
his
could say
matches are
Bray
great.
Wyatt. He hasn't won anything.
He hasn't won, and his matches are
He had
awful.
one
I just think
Yeah,
But his
heavyweight title
actual
for like 2 weeks.
promos and setting, building up the match is great.
Right, but this is where the mic work, the wrestling work, the in-ring work outshines the mic work.
until Bray Wyatt lives up
I
to
would.
his expectations,
Yeah.
I'm giving up. He was one of my favorite. We've all talked about him, but I'm just tired
Alright.
of waiting.
Yeah, there's only so much hashtag push Bray Wyatt you can
How many years?
Speaking of waiting, I've been waiting to drop my smack talk. I got 2 guys that I'm gonna say I like and 2 I dislike. The 2 I like, Kevin Owens at number 3. He
Yeah.
jumped up 3 spots from last year where he was 6th. I love it. He is one of the top dogs in the business. Week in, week out, love his character. He's amazing. Next one I like, Bobby Roode. He jumped 61 spots. He was number 70 last year, and he's up to number 9. He's another phenomenal superstar. He had a great run in NXT. I am excited for what's going to happen, although I'm a little shaken how he debuted on SmackDown. I'm excited what's going to happen from here.
I was gonna say Bobby Roode, but as you guys will learn, my man crush on Bobby Roode, you're gonna be hearing about it.
It's gonna be.
You're gonna be hearing about it.
Me
so-
with Alexa Bliss
I
is
don't
you
know,
to
it's-
Bobby Roode, is what you're saying.
Lord's my man crush.
So the 2 that I'm a little disappointed in, part-timer or not, Brock Lesnar is not number 25. As Danny mentioned earlier, he puts asses in the seats week after week when he's actually scheduled to appear. As the champ, the beast, the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar needs to be at minimum, in my eyes, top 10 in the world. That's my gripe with him. He's 25. And the other one, I've praised the hell. Let me make something clear. I've praised the hell out of Jinder Mahal, okay? I love what they've done with him since WrestleMania. He wasn't even on this list last year because I don't even know if he was existent. He was a jobber at this time last year. So you're whoever made this list, you're gonna tell me that from last year at this time to now, Jinder Mahal is the 30th best superstar in the world. I have a serious issue with that.
If you look at the list behind him,
You got Braun
Dolph
Strowman
Ziggler,
behind him.
Cody Rhodes, Braun Strowman,
Cody Rhodes. Phew.
who's been actually
Killing it.
phenomenal. Sami Zayn, Rusev. I mean,
Take this
Rusev's-
list for what it's worth. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, this
Who,
is just
who actually gets to do the ranking?
whatever
know.
the case may be.
But
Jinder Mahal at number 30 is a damn crime. Somebody call the fashion
Robbery.
police. 'Cause this is awful. You know what?
Ribbit.
Get this out of my face. I'm done.
You're done with the smack talk. Time for
Done.
my lane to smack talk. Tim, you love him.
I do.
I'm loving him now with Seth Rollins, but I don't think Dean Ambrose is number 8 in the world. Yes, he shows up every day. He doesn't get hurt.
He
Bro,
he cuts great promos. He's
yes.
good in the ring, and he's never hurt, and he's
Some of his
always
promos, I
there.
get bored
And you gotta
sometimes.
remember, this was the whole year. You gotta
Yeah.
when the
So-
WWE SmackDown rode his back when he was the champ. He was all the injuries. You gotta remember, and he
Exactly,
was the only
but
one
I don't
there.
think he's number 8, best 8 in the world. Like over the Miz, I think the Miz is better. Neville?
I just think,
You want to say
I don't know.
Dean is better than Neville?
I think Neville should be like
I think you said Neville was above him or not?
5. Yeah, I think Neville should be top
Neville's
5.
brought in.
Well,
Brought the
Seth
game.
Rollins?
Seth Rollins was hurt for most of the year.
Yeah. So you got to take this.
All right,
you
no,
can't
no,
take this.
I'll take
not
that.
hurt,
Seth
but not on
Rollins. John
TV,
Cena has
you know?
been a part-timer. Who else is on this list? Chris
Can't take the
Jericho.
list for what it's worth.
Exactly. I don't think he should be 8,
But it's something to talk about.
but exactly, it's
Yeah.
my language Smacktalk.
But guys, can we just please get back to Jinder Mahal?
I'm about to get. Don't worry.
Jinder
Jinder Mahal at number 30.
Should be higher.
No.
No.
Hey.
Should be
I-
higher.
I'm just kidding, I'm kidding.
No.
I'll
None
chuck
of
your ass
these
right now.
guys right now. No, none of these. But Finn Balor, definitely before Jinder. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry.
well,
to
you-
say that correctly, it should go
He was hurt.
Jinder then Finn.
Yeah, it's tough because some of these
Because-
guys are
missing
hurt.
the whole time.
This last year's came out around SummerSlam time. He is already hurt. And then
Jinder
he out for a
Jinder
whole
Jinder
year.
has only been relevant since after WrestleMania.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
come
Finn has
on.
not been. I mean, he's been on the Raw, but he's not been relevant.
I feel like Jinder Mahal top 50, like
50,
not-
maybe.
maybe, but
Maybe.
not number 30.
Maybe top 50.
With that being
I'm sorry,
said,
Jinder. Keep it going, baby. Make me change my opinion on this next year.
I'm
Can't wait
surprised
to
Matt
see
Hardy's
2018
45.
TWI.
Matt Hardy's
All
45.
right, I know.
Broken.
What's a bold prediction for next year? We'll make this right now.
Ooh.
That's
Give
number
me
one.
the
Who
top
rises
three.
the most and who falls the most?
Rises the
WWE
most?
superstars.
Let me piece this back together.
Who do you guys think rises the most or falls the most?
I
I will
think-
say
Bobby Roode
Rises more.
the most
Samoa Joe.
because he doesn't have a lot of
Done.
room.
Jinder Mahal. Done.
I'm going-
Rising.
Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is gonna rise
Pete Dunne.
He
at
done?
least
Okay.
into the top 15.
He's ripping it up now.
Take this PWI for what it's worth. Samoa Joe wants to throw a brick at your head. But something we have to talk about, check out the social media accounts. We're going to have the links up there. And
Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I know you're
man.
listening to us.
Yeah.
We appreciate
WGO
everyone.
Sports.
Check out our beautiful faces, please.
YouTube.
Yeah,
just find
man.
us. Smacktalk People's Podcast.
keep the questions rolling in.
We love the questions.
We're going to answer as much as we can. Just follow us, man. We
We're,
got your
we're
back.
too legit.
We got your back,
We're
guys.
too legit.
Gentlemen,
We
That
will be
is
back
it
in
for the
2
People's
weeks.
Podcast.
2 weeks.
Episode
We got
6
we got the prediction for
People's
the next
Podcast.
pay per view. Come back for us.
Woo! Take the people!
Peace.